Hi guys, this is Cassandra. I just wanted to talk to you a little bit today about the effects of PTSD uh, due to military sexual trauma. PTSD, just in case some of you don't know what it stands for, is post-traumatic stress disorder. And basically, when you hear of PTSD, I think most people think of men who have served in the military in Vietnam. But I think also some of us realize today that PTSD is not just associated with uh, men who have served in the military in combat in Vietnam. I think more and more people are realizing that that's just not the case. But the media does cover a little bit more so today. I would take it back maybe about 3 to 5 years. Um, Media has been covering more on this subject, PTSD, uh, due to military sexual trauma, particularly when it comes to the female military veteran. So I just want to put that out there. It seems to me that there has been more media coverage on this particular subject. I think maybe because there seems to be more and more um, women who are in the military who end up diagnosed with PTSD due to military sexual trauma. So I just wanted to share with you all today um, why MST is more likely to lead to PTSD. In other words, they are related to each other somehow. And some people don't understand how that is to be. Well, I just want to clear that up a little bit with you today. Some of the symptoms from PTSD, for instance, depression. Some people don't realize that having been diagnosed with PTSD, especially the female military veteran or female soldiers, the studies have been done. I can't quote them, but I'll find out about some of those studies at a later date, and I will share them with you. Um, some of those studies have indicated that more female soldiers who are diagnosed with PTSD are more than likely to end up facing or having depression as well. I don't know if that's a gender thing or not, but that seems to be, according to the studies, some of the studies that have been done, that seems to be the issue. But as far as like the MST, military sexual trauma, how that ties into post-traumatic stress is still a mystery, at least to a lot of the healthcare professionals. That is still a mystery. There are still being studies done. This is still being pondered over. But some of us who have been through it and who live it, is not such a mystery to us, and how MST can tie into post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD. So more than likely, when a female who has served in the military or who currently serves in the military, more than likely, when they are diagnosed with MST, most of the times PTSD will follow. That will follow, because when a female is in the, how can I say this, where you would understand. When a female is in the environment of the military, when she's in that environment, first and foremost, simply because she is wearing that uniform and she is in that environment, in the military, she's already under a lot of stress, just from that alone, just like everyone else. That I don't think that's a gender, so much of a gender thing, but since we're talking about the females, this is why I bring up the female who is in uniform in the military, because she is already under stress, whether she is engaged in combat or not. She's under stress. Let's just, I'll give you an example. If she's undergoing training, which, at least about 85 to 90% of the time, she is engaged in some form of training while serving in the military. Just like, everyone is. People who have served in the military understand exactly, what I just said. At least 85 to 90% of the time that you're serving, you are undergoing some sort of training. So that puts on a lot of stress right there. But anyway, back to the female who wears the uniform and the military. So she's under a lot of stress already. She's under stress. She wants to, of course, excel. She wants to do well in her field, in her training. She doesn't want to be, seen as a failure. She doesn't want to lag behind. So just undergoing training, that alone can actually put on some stress. And then if she's sexually molested on top of that, maybe that wasn't the best choice of words, so I retract my statement. In addition to undergoing training, say she's also sexually molested, okay? When that happens, or if she's sexually harassed, because the bottom line is, in a lot of these cases, and this is not being reported enough, I don't think, that when a female in the military is sexually assaulted, violated, raped, assaulted, or it's 9 times out of 10, it has happened to her more than once while she's serving in the military. And I know to some of you that might sound like unreal, but for some women who have served in the military, that is very real. That is their reality, sadly, but true. That is her reality. She has been sexually assaulted, molested, raped, harassed more than once. In addition to that stress of just being in the military, that can be quite depressing. Not only devastating, but depressing for a female in the military to go through that. She's already there in the military, training, and then to be sexually assaulted. Of course she's not asking for it. Of course not. But to be sexually assaulted also while she's training, and it doesn't necessarily have to be while she's training, but I just brought up that point because it could be during that time. But I want to make it clear how military sexual trauma can lead to PTSD, post-traumatic stress, when it comes to the female military veteran or the female who serves in the military